What got me interested was a lot of the opportunities that I could get out of it. I went to my recruiter and I asked specifically like what I could get out of this after I get out, and a lot of the benefits and opportunities attached to it, and there was just a lot to it. My dad, he was in the Army. He joined in 2009 for the National Guard, and so he helped kind of influence me a little bit, tell me about it, and like what to expect and what not to expect and all that. Before I joined, I was working at UVM as an assistant locksmith, and I'm still going to keep doing that. When I first thought of joining, one of the things I expected was having experiences and having fun, and a lot of the opportunities associated with that. The Guard helped kind of just build like the foundation for a lot of that stuff. There's a lot of experiences here that I'm hoping to get that I can apply towards after, and then as well as the education benefits and all that too. Basic training was, you wouldn't call it fun, but you wouldn't call it bad either. There was a lot of moments where you're like, man, this sucks, and then there's other moments where you're outside camping and you're like, all right, this is actually kind of fun. I enjoy this. The weekend that I guess the Monday that we got back from basic into AIT, I was at OSIT, so it was just the same drills and everything like that, and I got back and I was like, all right, well, the hardest part's over. Everything after this is building towards what I'm gonna do after. How I changed, one of the big things, at least physically, is I could realize a lot of what I can do. Like I went into it being not weighing a ton, and so I got into it and I just started working out more and just sort of realizing what I am capable of doing, and then being forced to push past that. And so it was a lot of personal growth, and mentally it's like you think you would give up once you're doing so much for such a long time, and you just don't give up, you just keep going. One of the things that surprised me with training is just it doesn't matter what else is going on. Like at the machine gun range, we had 3 machine guns just become unfunctional, and it was like it doesn't matter how many of them are out or what, like you're just going to try and fix it on the spot and then just keep going. So the weather didn't matter either. It was 120 something degrees at one point, and it was just like, we're just going to keep training. You just keep going. I had a drill sergeant who would come into the bay a lot, and he would talk about his experiences with it, and he would sympathize with us and be like, this is the worst part. We're all going to be mean to you, but at the end of the day, you're going to get past this, and you're going to look and you're going to be like, I'm glad I went through that. I'm glad that people were helping motivate each other. How I would describe it is really just there's only opportunity. There's nothing that you can't do. Like if you wanted to do something like I did, where you just go to training and then camp and just kind of have fun, or if you are really big into computers, there's cybersecurity jobs and there's tech jobs and all that, so there's not something not to do. There's a ton of opportunity. Something that people might not realize is how kind of close-knit everyone is. You could not know someone, and like when I was driving in, every time I was driving by someone I didn't know, everyone was waving, everyone was smiling, having fun, poking jokes. It's just one big like family almost. That I didn't really realize that until like really when I first signed the paper, and it was like, all right, now I'm a part of this family. The culture is friendly. Everyone's just nothing but nice to each other. It's like something you can't get outside of here. My favorite part would be how friendly everyone is. It's just one big like friend group. Some skills I've learned is just how athletic you can be and not really realize it. I wasn't super athletic. I would go hiking and stuff before, but like if you do FTXs or just a lot of exercising constantly, it just helps push you farther. The Guard helps set you up just by there being a lot of opportunity. There's schools in the Army. There's, if you go to college afterwards or during your Guard enlistment, you can get a lot out of it. And then afterwards, people will look on your resume in the civilian world and be like, oh, well, you were in the military. I can expect you to be disciplined and get into a routine and be on time and deal and overcome with challenges. It's kind of changed the way I look at things and the way that people might perceive you a little bit. Like you put on the uniform and it's like you go somewhere or you're getting back from something and people just kind of look at you a little higher or be like, see you as a sign of leadership or something, and it's different in a good way. What's next for me now that OSU training is over is training with my unit, which I'm really excited for. I'm really excited to meet everyone there and meet who I'm going to be around all the time and meet my team leader and my squad leader and all of that. Just do it. Don't really hesitate a lot with it. If you think that there's something that you want to do in the guard, it's probably the thing for you. Like I saw that this position was open and I was just like, screw it, I'll go for it one random day, and I'm enjoying it. If my friend asked, I would tell him to join. I have a lot of friends who like computers and things like that, so I'd tell them just try cybersecurity, try something else. You can, like, worst case scenario, you don't like it, and then you just change to something different. How I would describe it is it feels good. The Army's big, but it's small, and so I find myself running into the same people or doing something like that, and it's overwhelming, but it's also not at the same time. It's only opportunity. There's always something to do. You can't really get bogged down. There's constant room for improvement, or just like schools or something like that. I joined because I wanted to be able to have opportunity, and now that I'm here, all I have is opportunity. The best part of training was being able to see what you can do and how far you can push yourself. Being in the Guard means a lot of opportunity and a lot of friendship. If you want a job that lets you get farther, there's always jobs that can help you get farther here.